going live and throwing out a ping, and hopefully we are good to go here. Fujin, hello, welcome in. Hello, how are you doing today? Also, you can call me Starlight if that's easier. That's actually what I go by. I do not actually go in the Japanese order, so I know it's a little bit confusing, but yeah. How's everything? How are you doing? Happy, what day is today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Middle of the week. How is everybody feeling so far? Middle of the week. Make sure everything is all set to go here. I think so. Oh, wow, my thumbnail's finally working again. Yeah, that's so weird. How does that retroactively change the others? That's strange. Hello, Lillian. Welcome in. How's your Wednesday today? How is everything going? I'm just sort of in a chill mood today. Can't really draw anything today. Just sort of taking it easy. And yeah. It's going well enough. That's good. That's always good to hear, right? Celtic Alchemist, hello. Welcome in. I hope everybody is having a good day today. We're just sort of chilling with the music. Didn't hurt your wrist again, did you? I'm being preventative. I'm being preventative. How's that for an answer? Is that a good answer? I am taking an art day off so that I will be able to draw later. How's that? Does that work for you? I'm doing alright overall, though. That works. Yay! There we go. Yeah, this is just more of a chill day. It's really cold here. Is anybody else, is it cold where anybody else is, or is that just in the forest today? It's very, very cold here. So that's actually probably not helping the muscle issues, right? If it's cold. Pouring? Oh man. But is it like, can you at least like relax to it? Is it like nice rain, or oh my gosh, 10 where you are? Okay, you got us beat then. About the same as usual here. Cool, dry, and clear. Oh, that kind of sounds nice. Brr. I don't know. I'm chilling with the lo-fi beats right now. But yeah, this is sort of like an open-ended sort of like I haven't really done like an AMA in a while. Last time I tried was probably during debut, and that did not go well. So I don't really think I've done an AMA. But yeah, if anyone has any like any questions, I thought it'd be nice to do some Q&A stuff today. And I'm also trying to figure out like future content stuff as well. I know I've mentioned this in the past, but I really want to work on doing a YouTube video today. I really want to work on, or maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll script tomorrow. Might be lurking a bit since I'm doing inventory. Yeah, no worries, Celtic. Ask me redacted. Oh, jeez. I will say that I will skip any questions that are unfit for the brand. But yeah. Sneaky Ricky, hello, welcome in. How's everything going today? Hope everything is going well. It is and oh, we got Arceus in here, hello! Hello, Arceus! PokeGod is in chat now. You doing good? Just procrastinating? That's fair. Hello! Arceus, welcome in. Actually, you know what? It's funny. Funny timing, right? I really haven't been buying, any little trinkets for myself lately, but the one thing that I bought recently, is an Arceus TCG figure because I am a huge fan of the figures that you used to be able to get in TCG boxes. Like, I care more about the figures than the cards, honestly. And people usually don't appreciate the figures as much, so they don't charge them for a lot of money. But I think I think I paid like $4. I got an Arceus TCG figure, and it's the one with the god rays. And I do 3D sculpture, so I'm always really inspired by TCG figures because they're never like the regular figures, right? They're always in some sort of battle pose, and I absolutely love how this one's designed. So yeah, actually, very funny timing. You have 2 days to read 80 pages. Not too bad, but I never read anything, so it's like a mountain to me. Oof. 2 days. Yikes. Is this for like an assignment? Might have to look at X with my same tag. Pinned image is a photo of my collection. Pinned image is a photo of your... Oh. Yeah, hang on a sec. Arceus GP. Pinned photo. Whoa! Okay, yeah, it's the one right in the center. I actually do have the other TCG figure below it. So Arceus is your favorite then? That is a lot of Arceus, yeah. Ooh, I remember the code cards. Oh my gosh, some of this is making me nostalgic. Let's see here. Okay, so you're a serious collector. Are you by any chance, if you don't mind me asking, are you by any chance part of Poke collectors on... I don't think are they still on Facebook? Started on LiveJournal, went to Facebook, and now on Discord, I want to say? Are you part of the Poke collectors group? Because I'm seeing some things that I know are very Japan only, and that I used to be part of that group. Actually, you are in there? Oh my gosh, that's so great. I haven't been in there in a while, because I just, oh man, it was not good for my bank account. But I loved that group. I was in there for such a long time. I was in there back on their LiveJournal days, and they bounced around to so many different places, and I'm pretty sure they are on Discord now, but I haven't visited them in years. I hope the group is going well. That is so funny though. I didn't think that I would meet someone from the Pokemon Collectors group. Hello, Vessa. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. That is hilarious to me. Vessa, Arceus GP is in that Pokemon group that I used to be part of. The one where I said that everyone in the group kind of has like their one particular Pokemon that they collect. The battle for the 1,000 stars been lost. Sneaky Ricky, you can get the next one. But yeah, this is so funny to me. I was telling Arceus GP that I haven't really been like buying any trinkets or stuff for myself, but the one thing that I did get recently is the TCG figure for Arceus. Like the one with the god rays. It's like my favorite figure. I love the design of this. I love like the crashing earth in the sculpt. I want to keep my hand in sculpture because I really love the talent that goes into it. I am here, but not too long. No worries, Be Heroine. I hope you're having a decent Wednesday. So far, I've been collecting for almost 5 or 6 years already. Nice. Yeah, I bought something for myself. Can you believe it? It was Vessa. It was a whole $4. I don't know, man. It was a whole $4. I don't know if I can recover from that. But yeah, it was like one of the very few TCG figures I was missing. There are others, but they're like impossible to obtain. Like the price is just not worth it to me. But I do pretty much have like I think I pretty much have all of them. I'm probably missing some of the newer ones or the ones where it's like each of them are starters or something, and I have some broken ones that are like kind of half count. But Yeah, the Arceus one was one that I was missing, and it probably has one of the best designs, honestly. But 5 or 6 years, that's wild. It's funny, right? Because I was looking at this photo, and I saw the one with the blue boat figure, and I was like, I know that that's Japan only. I know that and I see the boat figure, the kid figures, and the Batrio, and the Zucon, and I'm like, that's really indicative of Pokemon collectors. So that's how I could tell, but that's really cool. Question, if I am doing a giveaway for someone who doesn't make criteria, blah, blah, blah. If you were doing a giveaway and someone who didn't make the criteria DM'd you for not winning it, how would you deal with it? I love how the... Can we talk about how the music just changed to be extremely ominous here? Dang, okay. Jeez, I feel like I'm under pressure now with the music tie-in. I feel like you're bringing up some VTuber drama that I'm not caught up with yet, but, how would I deal with that? If I'm doing a giveaway and someone didn't make criteria, DM'd you for not winning it, how would you deal with it? I'm pretty strict with criteria, so if it was something like, you know, they didn't follow, I would say that they didn't meet the requirements. If they got absolutely crazy with it, because I think I might have seen a YouTube thumbnail with what you're talking about, I guess just, I haven't, like, seen the drama, so I don't fully know, but I would just, I would block and ban at that point. If someone's not respectful to you, for something that is, like, basically free art, right? Just, like, don't give them the time of day. You know, giveaway is such a subjective thing anyway. $4 is enough to feed an entire family of quilting bees for a week. Yeah, it is boss music, now that you're asking me the hard questions. I said AMA, not destroy my life. No, you don't need to send me the details, it's fine. I'm sure I'm gonna find it, like, the minute I end stream. It's probably gonna be the main thing people are talking about. I refuse to believe you spent $4 on yourself reporting you for being body snatched. You know what? I haven't gotten anything, trinket-wise in a bit, so it was an opportunity. It was Mercari. We love Mercari here. I took the Mercari. Arceus, thank you for following. Thank you. Look, if I feel like I can do that when I've completed a commission, you know? Bless Mercari, right? I feel like I can do that after I've completed a commission, and fun facts, I am just about cleared off my main commission queue for 2024. I still have one client, and it's sort of mutual that we're a little bit back and forth on it because design is being worked on mutually. They still need time to give me some material and everything. But 2024, other than that, pretty much cleared. So I felt like, you know, 2024, I can spend $4. Funny thing, saw Victoria pull test card from V-Card. Guess who the VTuber was with the test card? I don't know. Like I mentioned on a previous stream, I'm like really not really not focused on the V-Card stuff, you know. I've got my gripes with the TCG side of things right now. Have fun, everyone. Gotta go enter the ether. Alright, Sneaky Ricky, enjoy. Don't get lost in the multi-dimensions. And thank you, Celtic Alchemist. I appreciate that. Yeah, Monarch? Okay, that makes sense. There's like 200 creators. That's a tough guess. I mean, if B Heroine's bringing it up, it's like 90% gonna be Monarch, right? Zakoya, hello. Welcome in. But yeah, man, how would I handle people being rude towards giveaways? I think there's just always gonna be rude people no matter what on the internet. Like, it sounds really awful to say, but if you're going to be doing things that are like giveaway based or content creator based, you're going to get cursed out. You're gonna get really nasty, evil people. And it's really not fun to say like, yeah, you just have to deal with it. Like, that doesn't seem like a good answer, but like, you kind of do. Like, that doesn't seem like a good solution, right? You want them to be reprimanded for that. But there's gonna be jerks no matter what you do. You could be the nicest person in the world and still deal with the worst people. Imagine when you finish 2025 Q in 2026, you could buy something for $5 off Mercari. Goals! Heck yeah, let's go! Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think of, like, I got, like, I think the worst comment online that I've gotten was, like, not from being a content creator, but just from being an average person. I was trying to buy a Nintendo Switch at the time, and I was trying to buy it used. And I was like, you know, going on Mercari, going on eBay, going on Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is terrifying, by the way. Don't go on Facebook Marketplace. And there was one guy on Facebook Marketplace, and he was like, oh, you know, it comes with a bunch of games, and it's this, and it's the console and whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, he wrote something like, too many games to list. And I'm like, well, can you give me the list of games? Because I don't really want to, buy it if it's gonna be, like, you know, all shovelware stuff, right? So he took a video of everything, right? He just did, like, a quick pan of, like, the console and the games, and it was mainly shovelware. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, thank you so much for your time. I'm gonna have to pass on this, but I really appreciate really appreciate it, and best of luck finding a buyer. He makes a separate call recording and sends it to me, and just cussing me out, and giving me the whole, like, KYS thing, and absolutely, like, obliterating me because I passed on a sale of a used game console. And I got really upset about this. I got, like, really, really mad. And I was like, that is so unprofessional. That is so unkind. You're such a jerk. And should I have left it alone? Yeah, I should have left it alone, but I didn't leave it alone. You know what I did? I went to his profile, and I found his sister. And I messaged his sister, and I was like, hey, not for nothing, just to let you know, your brother is saying this kind of stuff to people, and I really don't think that that's okay. Like, you might just want to be aware that your brother is, like, cursing people out and telling them KYS, and, it's just really not okay, so I just want to let you know. And, they just cursed me out just as hard. So, yeah. Don't go on Facebook Marketplace. It's not worth it. It was not worth it. The long and short of it, though, is that I think I either went on Mercari or eBay after, found a really nice seller who, sold their used Switch, included Mario Kart and an SD card, was extremely nice, easy to work with, well packaged, loved them, gave them 5 stars. But yeah, Facebook Marketplace, you'll get cursed out by entire families. Angry people, yeah, a bunch of jerks for sure. But the eBay person was super, super nice, and I told her too. I didn't tell her the situation. I said, oh my gosh, you know, thanks so much. I really appreciate this. I really appreciate, like, your customer service and everything. Yeah, the whole family's probably messed up. And I was like, I know people probably wouldn't have done that, but man, there's some times when you're dealing with people, and it's like, I want to tell your mother on you. So I tried telling their sister on them, and that didn't play out. You should have took a video cussing them out and sent it back. Yeah, because Vessa, you know that I could be that type of person. You know that I'm totally capable of doing that. That was probably the worst I've gotten, because it wasn't in text format, and that made it feel really different. And, like, I know it's probably not that different, like, I've personally never been in a GTA lobby, but I can only imagine. But when it's vocally spoken, recorded, and then chosen to be sent, instead of typed out in words, it feels very, very different. It feels very personal, like, dang, you recorded this, thought about it, then hit the send button. Jeez. I think there should be a law that allows shaming people publicly, and there is. You're too chill for that? Yeah, I could never fight back like that. I can't fight with fists. I fight with magic and swords. You should take your revenge by pushing the dreaded history eraser button. Oh. Poor Star, I'll track him down and get revenge. I have no idea who the guy was. I don't know who this dude was. I mean, you know what, in retrospect, like, I'm glad that I checked, because, like, he was like, oh, bunch of games, very good deal, like, too expensive, too much to list, or whatever, and the video was genuinely all shovelware. I think there might have been Let's Go Pikachu in there, but everything else was shovelware. It was like, you know, stuff that's worth like $2. Less than what I paid for the Arceus figure! I guess it's my turn. I'm going for the anti-hero vengeance, not heroic deeds. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's Facebook Marketplace is a wild, very much not worth it location. Actually, now that I think about it, I feel like I've only ever had bad experiences with Facebook Marketplace. Not worth it at all. Time to become Slade from Teen Titans. Oh jeez. Time to break out the kneecapping bat. Oh my god. You guys are crazy. This is the problem. I can't tell any stories to stargazers because they start getting very, very violent and revenge hungry. Might as well toss my hat in the ring for villain representation. Where did I leave that song? Why are the stargazers so violent? You're a bunch of fluffy bunnies. What happened? Why are you all so violent? You're regularly so violent. You guys do care for me, and I appreciate that, but also you're sometimes violent towards me, too. It's like you're all the Monty Python bunny. It's crazy. Like, I don't know how this... Why are the fluffy bunnies so angry, so violent? You guys do care for me, but other times you were violent towards me as well. You're not alone. My Switch file was taken by my brother's Switch file. I must be protected at all costs. Oh my gosh. God made us cute. We balanced the scale by being insane. Oh my gosh, Lillian. Is this my fault? Have I made you too cute now? Is this the problem? Vin, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I see you're new to IRIAM, so hello. Welcome to IRIAM, I hope you're doing well. I'm currently discussing that my community is an absolute, cacophony of chaos. I hope you're doing well, though. Don't mind them. They're all sort of on a revenge-seeking path after I told a story about buying from the Facebook Marketplace. Don't do that. My main file is in their Switch, which is over 10 years of shiny Pokemon. How did that happen? Oh my gosh. Yikes. 10 years, though. I mean, dude... I want to try to find a solution for you, but I don't know what it is. We are 100% trustworthy and say so. Pinky promise. At least in here. They are say so in here. Oh my gosh, I've got like an army of bunnies. Steal the Switch back, yeah. I mean, if it's a save file, right? Like, you should be able to get a save file back. Is it like 10 years? 10 years on the Switch. So that would be like, that has to be on a certain cartridge, right? Because it would have to be from Pokemon Bank if it's 10 years. So, it must be on a specific cartridge, I imagine. The most say so carefully hides bat. Not the first time. Yikes. I'm really sorry. I hope you can get that back. Like, I'm trying to figure out how you could bargain, maybe? Because 10 years of shiny Pokemon, I know how that feels. They're in hiding? What do you mean that they're in hiding? Huh? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. I'm trying to think, though. I think my 10 years on Pokemon are all on my X and Y game, I want to say. And I don't have a Switch Pokemon game, but I feel like, I want to get the next Switch game to, like, hope that it's good and useful, but I'm also, like, I need to buy a Switch Pokemon game at some point, just so I don't lose these Pokemon forever. They're in- Oh! Oh. Oh, it's like... Ah, a little serious. Yikes, okay. Taka's watching on YouTube call. Wait, what? I'm not paying attention on the YouTube side. There's nobody here on the well, no, there are people. Maybe we have lurkers on the YouTube side. If we have lurkers, then hello, I appreciate the lurkers. Nanashi, hello, welcome in. More than you know. Oof. I'm really sorry about that, Sequoia. I'm really sorry. Oh, man. Senko, hello. Why can't I draw? I need to take an art break today. I need to take an art break today. It's me and Taka now. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. You can't make me. Yeah, I'm taking an art break. We're chilling. We're having fun. We're just chit-chatting. We're doing the just chatting thing. Being the oldest is painful. Oof. Thank you, Vesta, for the fire. Although I'm guessing that this was in response to not saying that. Could I call him a Beavis instead? No. Sebastian, hello, welcome in. What do I want to draw later? I want to draw lots of things later. Angie fire. I knew it! I was like, no, this isn't like thank you for the fire. This is like the fire means something. Virtue, hello. No, I'm trying to ignore things the best I can, but I was sent fire. Virtue, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Ignore what? Nah. I'm restreaming things to YouTube, and my mods are being goofy. They even stole my Charizard card, Lugia card, and more growing up. Jeez, Sequoia, I'm so sorry about that. I wish I had, like, better advice, better words. But yeah, man, I'm sorry. I hope that you can get your own special Pokemon things that are just, like, special to you. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that, though. I hope things get better. I'm just chilling and gaming while being here. That's fair, yeah. Ignore the caterwauling, yeah. There you go. Yeah, well, I don't know what it's like to have siblings, so I apologize. It's very hard for me to give any good advice on this kind of thing. Yeah, Pokemon Go, there you go. That's good. That's good. Can I give advice on not having siblings? Can I give advice on not having siblings? What? What does that mean? Can I give advice while not having siblings? I don't know what that means. Drawing while listening to you right now, wishing I knew how to from, bad reference art. Oh, what do you mean by bad reference art? Do you mean that you're, like, working on something for somebody and the reference sheet is unclear? Or do you mean that it's hard to find the right references? It was good for a long time since I haven't gotten to level 50 in Pokemon Go. It's hard to level up in Pokemon Go. I haven't played it in a long time. Over 1,000 shinies in Pokemon Go? Nice. You said you can't give advice on siblings, so what about the opposite? I mean, one is on how to deal with people, and the other is on how to not deal with people. So I don't really think that there's a comparison to be made here. Bacon, hello, welcome in. I know you're on art break, but can you give art advice? Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, no, just because I'm not drawing right now doesn't mean I can't give art advice. I love giving art advice. That's actually, okay. For those of you who don't know, like, one of the reasons I ended up joining IRIAM was because I wanted to learn how to, like, make content and do things that didn't always involve doing art. So, I'm like, so I want to be able to do things without always drawing, so this is good. So if I'm taking an art break, and I can chit-chat with you guys, and that makes me happy. But that definitely means I can always keep giving advice, too. Hard to find the right references? Fantasy creatures are always tricky to find good ref art. Ooh, okay. So, Nanashi, if you are working on finding references, like on Google, right? Are you using, are you filtering out the AI? Because if you want to do that, the best way that you can do that is to type in the type of reference you need, and then on Google, do before, and then colon 2020. It'll eliminate most of the AI results. Have a good day going on the walk. All right, Sequoia, all the best. I hope you find lots of good Pokemon in Pokemon Go. How do I draw the VTuber model layout reference? Do you mean like for the live 2D art or for like character reference? Yeah, the recent AI overflow is absolutely insane. But yeah, if you do before and then I think colon is the 2 dots, right? Not semicolon. Colon and then 2020. No spaces in between. All is like one word. Before colon 2020. You will be able to you will see things from before the AI took over. Just a funny little edgelord who likes making jokes, not suited for kids or grown cats. This, I operate on the more family-friendly side, so I will just let you know that in advance. So for Live 2D, so you're asking, let me make sure, how do you draw the VTuber model layout reference? So, okay. I'm still a little bit, curious what you mean. You're saying the layout reference. Do you mean to know how to break down the Live 2D? Because like when you do a live 2D model, you're not really making a reference sheet, so to speak, right? You're making you're making the one single illustration broken up. So the reference is more like you know, front view, back view, maybe side view if you want to go extra. And then the model art itself is sort of breaking up each piece. I'm glad I find more people like you now. I don't feel weird hanging out. I'm glad to hear that, Sebastian. I'm glad this can kind of be like a nice hangout place for you. When making an art, you use a reference sheet. I want to help make the reference for someone else. Okay, I see. I wasn't sure when you, if you were talking about, like, the model art itself or not. So, in general, a reference sheet in general, right? I think the best way to do reference sheets is to do your basic front view, back view. You can do side view, but it's fairly extra. People will charge you extra for them, usually. And then I would make callouts. This is something a lot of people don't do. A lot of people sometimes charge extra. I'll usually include a few callouts for free, but I think callouts are really important because callouts will explain to you why something is working or not working, right? So let's say, for example, you have a character in a kimono, and the sleeves are really, really over-decorated, right? So I would end up doing a call-out of the sleeve. I would draw the sleeve separately and have the hand out, so it's showing the entire kimono sleeve, and you're seeing exactly what the design is. So a call-out is basically like a separate part of the illustration where you are breaking down what it looks like on its own, so that it's easier to see. So imagine this, right? You have a character in a kimono. Or, you know, is there any part of my design where I could sort of explain this? I don't have my own reference sheet because I've been, like, too busy to make my own. But let me see here. If I zoom myself out, right? So, okay, let's see if you can see this. Do you see, if I put it right here, here, okay. Do you see the symbol on my dress? Do you see that sort of like the gold design there, right? And it's a little bit hard to see if I move around and everything. So what I would do if I was making a call out is I would draw that symbol out separately as its own flat image, not on the dress itself. And then if somebody is drawing your design, right, with that dress, then they can kind of see it separated from everything, and it's easier to understand and absorb. That's one thing I don't do. I never draw the back of my character. Sometimes it helps to have the back view because it'll give you a little bit more information for a side view. I only look forward to inventory because I get to hear you. Oh my gosh, Celtic Alchemist, that's really sweet of you. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Let me make sure I'm caught up here. I have that. It's a horn character. in oblique slightly from behind. The horn angle's tripping me up. Oh, yeah, horn angle is really tricky. Callouts save lives, and drive artists to distraction. Lillian, I've seen your ref sheet. You have callouts up the yin-yang. I've never done a drawing where I did just separate stuff. So it's less for an illustration, and it's more for a reference, which is really... Reference sheets are different skill sets, right? Muichiro, hello, welcome in. A reference sheet is different from an illustration, and it's actually, and thank you so much for following, Muichiro, thank you. It's really a different skill set, right? Reference sheets are done by concept artists, and illustrations are more for storytellers. I've drawn a model that started off as a mannequin, then put clothes on it. It was amazing. Nice. Thank you so much for following, Muichiro. Hope you're having a good day today. Happy Wednesday. Eve, hello, it's lovely to see you on the YouTube side. Hello. I don't chit-chat too much on the YouTube side when I'm on IRIAM, because my focus has to be on the app here. But hello, it's lovely to see you. Hi. They convey different information on ref versus illustration. Yeah, exactly. So with an illustration, your main thing is the storytelling element, right? Like, what is the illustration conveying? And storytelling could be simple. It could just be, you know, a cute splash art and stock art and everything. Yeah, Eve, if you're on, if you're in the US, if you check the YouTube description, then there should be a link to download IRIAM if you want to. I always draw head, arms, and legs, and then slap clothes. I never draw the full body. Dang, how does that work? I wouldn't be able to do that. I always have to base out a mannequin first. I would always have to get, like, the overall design of the nude mannequin, and then draw clothes on top of it. But, yeah, so when you're... What was I saying? So when you're doing a reference sheet, right? A reference sheet is always, a diagram or a guide. It's much more technical. And there are people who will make really fancy reference sheets, and they will sort of, like, combine it with illustration a bit. They will sort of, they'll maybe add, like, a splash illustration, and then add the technical details. That's something that I would actually love to do. That's what I really feel is making, like, an artistic reference sheet, right? It's a lot more expensive, it's a lot more extra, it's a lot more over the top, most people don't need it. At that point, you're basically just buying an art piece and less of a tool. If you're buying a reference sheet as a tool, front, back, maybe side if you need it, and callouts. And then if you're getting it as an art piece, then there are some people who will overly decorate the reference sheet and maybe create, like, splash art alongside it. They're really pretty, but they're very expensive for that reason. You put a head on, then draw the shirt, then draw arms, then pants, then legs. Ah, okay. Gotta eat, so I can't type, but still here listening. Thank you, Vessa, I appreciate it. Thank you. And, good eats, have good food. I would not be able to work that way, Sebastian. I have to draw out everything. I have to, because, like, for me, you have to have foundations, right? You have to have a foundational element to build off of, because sometimes if you're a little bit less experienced, right? This might not be the case for you, but this is for the case that I see in a lot of my art students, is you end up creating clothes that can't fit around a body. Like, they end up looking like they are too thin to fit around a torso, because you don't have the structure of the torso there. So that might not be the case for you, but I definitely have had quite a few students who work that way, and it's always like, yeah, you need to block it out and then put the clothes on top of it, because you have to think about, this is another thing, this is sort of the way that I approach art, you have to think about art in 3D, right? Because everything you draw is in some way based on some form of real life, correct? So you need to be able to hone down on what structure is going underneath there. Cluttering sometimes. I appreciate the little bubble highlights when a character's model is too busy. Yeah, the bubble highlights are really good too, for sure. The callouts can either be just like a zoom in on an existing part of the design, or it can be drawn separately. In a lot of cases, I prefer to draw it separately, but a lazy fast way is to do the bubble callouts. I've done both. I've done both, honestly. I think on my current ref sheet, that's just based on my model, because it's just based on my existing PNG, basically, I'm doing the bubble callouts. Or for me, I draw too much muscle, then the shirt is too thin. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So that's sort of the same situation, right? If you aren't drawing everything underneath, and I'm not saying you have to draw it in detail, you need the foundation, right? You need it as if, like, you're putting clothes on a Barbie doll. You need to be able to understand what is underneath to also know how things interact. So if you're drawing, like, a male, for instance, the way that a shirt is going to interact is going to be different than if you're drawing a female, for, you know, obvious reasons. The shading of the shirt is going to look different. The techniques that you use is going to appear differently. So you really have to know what's underneath the clothing to create those solid forms. This is why I think it's really important for every artist, for every illustrator, to be, to know a little bit of 3D. Just a little bit. Just so that you have it in your head better when you need to, like, rotate objects in your head and everything. Ninja Frog, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Nice to see you. Happy Wednesday. When I first started to draw, I started off drawing Dragon Ball Z. Then years later, I started drawing real people and draw Avengers, then went to characters like Kirito. And, like... okay, so Dragon Ball Z, that would be very, very stylized. And then realism. And then Avengers, which is stylized realism. And then Kirito, which is pure anime. That's a whirlwind. I struggle making skeletons for art. I honestly gave up and just make doodles, trying not to overthink. If you're just doing this, if you're just doing it for fun, if you're just doing it for hobby, then yeah, it's definitely okay to not go super crazy in depth with things, right? I do art on commission, so I have to make sure everything is super, super accurate. The client will definitely call you out if you get any details wrong. Or sometimes clients are too nervous to call anyone out, but at least for me anyway, I do encourage people to call me out if something doesn't look quite right about your character. I always aim for accuracy whenever I can. Anyway, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. And I see that you are fairly new to IRIAM, so hello, welcome to IRIAM. I hope you're enjoying your time on the app so far. It's nice to meet you. Your Avengers one took over 2 months to draw. That was my art project in school. Ah, okay. Entirely fair. I just like drawing fan art for VTubers I enjoy. And that's totally reasonable. That is totally, totally valid. Eve, hello! Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah. IRIAM can be a little bit confusing at first, but hello, welcome to IRIAM. Maybe one day I could share that photo? Yeah, for sure. If any of you guys are artists and do art, my Discord is actually very, very art-focused. If you want to join and share what you're working on. Easiest way to get to my Discord is to go to my YouTube channel in the description. Subscribe if you want to. Because it's mainly art-focused there, too. And then in the About Me section, there is a link to my Discord server. And you do have to read the rules and then react, and that's to print, that's to keep out bots. But yeah, my Discord is very, very art-focused, so if you want to share your work at any skill level, we have so many people of every skill level in that server, and even if you're not an artist, it's a great way to see next time I go live, or just to hang out and chill with us. I don't really do too many things like, I know a lot of VTubers do Discord stuff like movie nights and things. For me, I'm still sort of figuring out what works best for our Discord, but there are a lot of non-artists there as well. Scroll up and react, huh? Scroll up and react. What do you mean? I'm not really sure what you mean by scroll up and react, Eve. I did join, not sure where I can share some my older photos, need to draw more. So if you have like older stuff, just really like simple, just want to like sketches, like loose stuff. Huh? Scroll, yeah. I think it should say that, right? That you scroll up for the react. But, blah, blah, blah. What was I saying? Sorry, I got a little thrown off here. Anyway, thank you so much for the pink glow stick. Thank you. Sometimes we just have mornings where we take a joke post and add to it until it's something ridiculous. True. True. The Stargazers are insane. So, okay, real quick. So for those of you who are joining the Discord and are confused about the art stuff, so I'll throw out an announcement about that, because we used to do things forum style. So everyone had, like, their own area to post in, and I think it kind of makes people a little bit too nervous to post in there. So what I'm going to do going forward is I'm keeping forum style for art gallery pictures, right? So those are things where it's a finished piece, you spent a long time on it, you're really proud of it, and you want an area that is just yours so that no one can sort of like bump yours away, right? Those are things that you are proud of, that are special, that you don't do as often, that kind of thing. And then we have a forum style thing that I'll probably archive later. And then we brought back the old archived channel that was previously archived, that I'm unarchiving, which is non-forum style. So that is just basically for sketches, doodles, work in progress, open chit-chat, and it's not as painful if things get pushed away really fast, right? Because I think, like, if you guys have been in other art discords, there is nothing worse than spending, like, a month on a big, giant, beautiful, painted, character, full illustration, full background piece, and then 5 minutes later, someone posts a doodle they did on a sticky note. And, like, boom, your art's out of view. There's no worse feeling than that. So because of that, I have everything separated into, like, you've got your loose, sketchy stuff where people can just spam post a little bit, and then you have a separate area, and that's, like, your gallery space. That is your space. And other people can comment on it, other people can be in there, but it is dedicated to you. It is special to you. How would you do white hair on pale skin on white paper? Just realize the other character has that. Okay, you're working traditionally? Okay, if you're working traditionally, then when you are doing white hair on white paper, you do your shading in a blue or a purple. You have to make it so that... Are you using color... First of all, what medium are you using? If this is traditional, what's your material? That's what happens when I post on Twitter. People see it and then someone else moves it. Yeah, exactly. So that's why for, like, really, like, finished pieces, I have, like, forum channels, which I know people don't really like using much, but I feel like it's the best way to do it. And then, for, like, works in progress and stuff, I think we can be a little bit more loose and encourage more engagement. I get that entirely. Seen that happen with people on other Discords that had an art corner. Yeah, exactly. So I think that it helps to separate the loose, fast stuff with the special finished art. And then sometimes the special finished art can also get moved away really quickly. So that's why I wanted to be able to give everyone, like, their own little gallery. Sorry, back. Phone died, but it's charging now. No worries, Celtic Alchemist. Thank you. Color pencil. Okay, color pencil. Dual Thrones, hello, welcome in. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. I know you're probably not at 100%, but I hope things are going well. Thank you, Sebastian. Yeah, I really try. I've been part of these art discords before, and it's like, it's hard to make it work well, but I'm trying this and hoping it works out. We've done a bit of experimentation, moving channels around before they were both just, like, regular channels, and I'm like, forum might be a little bit nice, but then forum is too serious for just sketches. Originally, I had the idea of, like, everyone gets a sketch book, and then you could just post as many sketches as you wanted in the book. But I think overall forum channels are intimidating, so I'm making the intimidating channel for the intimidating finished pieces. Hang on a sec. I missed something here. Okay, colored pencil. So, if you're working with colored pencil, that's actually a lot easier. If you were gonna say, like, paint or marker, it'd be like, oh man, that's gonna be tricky. Colored pencil, easy. If you're doing a character with white hair, you want to make your shading in a light purple, like a lilac, or a light blue. Like, okay, I don't have white hair per se, but my hair is like, my hair is kind of, pastel periwinkle. Do you see how my highlights are kind of opaly white, and then anywhere there's shading, it's sort of that periwinkle blue or pink? I think that, I think that the best way to do white hair shading is to use a cool gray mixed with a little bit of a blue or a purple to add a little bit of saturation, a little bit of interest. But don't be afraid to add a little bit of a darker element. Like you see here, above my star icon, I have sort of that peak shape, and then the shadows get deeper. I would add some area, very very faint, like don't use it too much, but some area where you would go about this color, so about this deep in color. This is probably like a violet, but it's not really intense. It's all still very very light. And then on the underside of each hair strand, you want stuff that's like a little bit more periwinkle, a little bit lighter blue, kind of like how I have it on my tips here. This is a pretty good color for that. And then anywhere that there's highlight or like the top of the head, just leave that completely white. Yeah, you could do a slate color. I might try like a slate mixed with something a little bit more vibrant, because it's very easy when you're doing a white-haired character to just make everything look almost grayscale, like very, 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 very white and gray. So adding a little bit of blue or purple is really useful for punching up the styles, too. Thank you, Sebastian, I appreciate it. Also, Celtic Alchemist, that's very sweet of you. Rayon, hello, hello! Welcome in, I hope you're doing well today. Happy Wednesday! I hope everyone is doing well today. It's sort of the middle of the week. Mimi, hello! I see that you're new to IRIAM, so hello. Welcome to IRIAM. It's nice to meet you. If you have any questions about IRIAM, I will do my best to answer, and that goes for you too, Eve, if you're still here. If you need any help navigating the app, I can do my best. I pretty much have the same view that you do. Things are a little bit different. But if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I know that there's a lot of people who are new to the platform. Get a little bit of a drink here so I don't die. Can't see chat anymore. Huh? Can't see chat anymore. That's strange. Is it not loading for you? You might have to refresh the app, potentially? I don't really know what to say about glitches and things. That's a little above my expertise, unfortunately. You can see you. You can see you, but you can't see the rest of the chat. I might try refreshing the app, if possible. Oh, it's back. Okay. Creepypasta? I know nothing about creepypasta. I am the opposite of a horror person. Truckerwolf, hello, welcome in. I know... I know zero horror things. Thought it was just me for a moment? Did it, like, glitch out for everybody? Okay, that might have been on IRIAM's end, then. That might have been on IRIAM's end. No issues? Okay. Alright. It could have just been glitchy for some people, I don't know. But yeah, I hope that helps in terms of, like, shading with colored pencil. It's a little bit hard to just, like, give art advice without being able to demonstrate things. But I will try my best when I am on here. In my regular art streams that I do on Twitch and YouTube, also feel free to ask me any sort of art-related tip or trick stuff, because then I can actually demonstrate things. This wholesome fox space opposite of horror. Yeah, exactly. Although, I don't know. Some of you stargazers can get a little horrible. I'm joking. I love you guys. Wasn't paying attention, did hear you the whole time. Well, that's good. I am about as unhorrific as I can get without being a Care Bear. I get it, LOL, your way. Better get it to res? Huh? Anyway. It's given me an idea on how to tackle it. I appreciate the advice immensely. Yeah, absolutely, Unashi. And if you have any further questions, I'm definitely happy to give as much of a... I'm definitely happy to offer as much advice as I can on the subject. I really, really like giving art advice. I'm not so, like, I do art critiques. I won't do, like, whole critiques. I actually have a separate service for that. But, if you ever want tips and tricks on things, especially with, like, color theory. It's something I'm still learning too, so it's very fresh in my head right now because I'm learning to improve my own color theory, which means I feel like I can kind of give tips to other people as I go about improving my own skill set. You know, it's one of those things where you can teach it better as it's newer to you, as you're learning it. So I know the basics of color theory, and now I'm trying to get to the more advanced stuff, but because I'm trying to get to the more advanced stuff, I know how to teach the basics. Take care and have a great stream. I gotta open the bar. Alright, Celtic Alchemist, all the best today. I hope it goes well. Non-artist, happy to learn things. There you go. I'm happy if I can, share any sort of, interesting tidbits, I guess. And it's totally fine if you guys aren't artists. I do have an art focus, just because I think it's what I know the best. But I am also working on not 100% being tied to art, because I have been for a very long time. I started as an art-only streamer, and I do make a lot of art streams, but like I was saying earlier, because of the carpal and stuff that I've gone through, I want to not be 100% dependent on art, right? That's how I ended up joining IRIAM, that's how I ended up starting to play games on streams and things. And I'm still finding the right balance and what works for me and things. So we do have an art direction, but if you're not an artist, there is nothing wrong with that, and we are happy to have you here. What is the next game after Hamtaro is done? That is a good question. It could kind of go two ways. So I don't 100% remember how long it's going to take to beat Hamtaro. If we do it in 2 streams, then I might want to try playing this cozy game that is going to come out on the 19th. But I don't know how much it's gonna cost, so I'm not really sure. I don't know, maybe I'll DM them and be like, hey, do you have streamer copies? Cause it's very, very fitting. It's an entire game that's, like, basically Stargazers. And if not that, then I might play, I don't know if I'm ready for it. There's another game that I could that's, a little bit deeper. It's called Stray. I've never played it before. I know nothing about it. But I was recommended that, so I don't know. The cat game, yeah, I know nothing about it. Catch you later, and gotta cool off the phone. Yeah, understandable, Sebastian. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Oh boy. Oh. Eve, thank you so much for the heart. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's a kiddie game with unsettling elements. Oh, lovely. Oh boy. How do point things work? Well, you just showed off that. Thank you. So basically on IRIAM, you get daily points, or you can buy points, and points are basically the equivalent of Twitch bits. And then they appear on screen for the streamer, and we get a little bit of the cut from the points, and then it also creates, like, silly effects and things. Like, sometimes we have a viewer in here who likes to use ones that are a little bit goofier. Like, you use the heart, which is super super sweet and wholesome, and then there's also things like bombs and bats. But yeah, it's goofy, but thank you for the lollipop, I appreciate it, yeah, thank you. So yeah, it's like, it's kind of like Twitch bits in a way. It's a little, but it's stuff that appears, like, without latency, without delay. Lillian, thank you for the party poppers, thank you. Nanashi, thank you for the fire and toilet. Why is the toilet a thing? I never understood why the toilet was a thing, but thank you. You can collect them for free, and you can buy them. Yeah, so if you do, like, daily logins on IRIAM, they give you points, and then you can also buy them, for, like, actual larger sums of money, and then some people do it. On IRIAM, there are events. There are times where the streamer can try to, compete in ways to earn gifts and prizes, like actual gifts and prizes and things. So sometimes the things are digital, like this background that you see here. You're probably wondering, why do you have something so Christmassy and wintry right now? It's because there was an event where you could win a wintry background, and it might have an expiration date, so I want to try using it as much as I can. Plus, it's silver and blue, and it matches my theme, and it's really pretty. So that was due to the community helping me out, which I'm very appreciative of. And then sometimes the stuff is really, really big. Like, there's events where you can have, like, a standee of your design in a physical retail store in America, right? And those go wild. Those are insane. Those you have to be very, very, very well known to get that. And it's very much dependent on community support. So a lot of the times, I think that it's definitely a challenge to get through those, right? Or like the recent event that they had. Stephen Wolf, thank you so much for the fire, and hello, welcome in, welcome in. I see that you're new to IRIAM, so hello, welcome to IRIAM. I'm actually just explaining things about IRIAM, and thank you for following. Thank you. I was told Star event gifts expire. I hope they were lying. I don't really know. I'm not sure. This one behind me was not based on stars, so maybe that means it won't expire? I don't really know. I hope it won't. I'd love to be able to keep it, especially, like, you know, it's festive. I like festive things. But there was recently, just recently, the last event was a sake event. So the people who won the sake event, they get their character printed on a bottle of sake. They get, like, a special themed sake with their name on it, and it's like a special merchandise opportunity, right? So I did not go for the sake event. I don't drink alcohol. I let other people go for that one. But the events can get really, really, really crazy. So I haven't really pushed for any specific events yet. I might in the future. But yeah, it's it's interesting, right? But I'm also happy just to chit chat with you guys and have fun and everything. I think it would be fun to try to compete in one event someday, but I don't know. I don't know how well I would do in that. I'm just happy to hang out with you guys, too. It would have been so perfect to have a kitsune on a sake bottle. It might have, but you wanted a sake bottle? I mean, okay, in all fairness, I could have entered for you guys, because you guys probably drink more than I do. But there were some people competing who it was very, very much fitting to their brand, and I didn't want to take that away from them, you know? I didn't really want to, I didn't really want to make things harder on them. I know one person had a very, very nice story. They wanted to be able to win it to share with a family, which I thought was very nice. Yeah, I probably should think about that in the future. Like, hey, maybe I don't drink, but maybe my community drinks. I mean, we do have somebody who works in a bar, so. But yeah, I think there's some things that fit better and some things that fit others better. So I was sort of taking that into consideration, you know. I think that it makes sense to work with things that match our brand. Yeah, theming, exactly. There might be an upcoming one that might fit me nicely, but I have a feeling it's gonna be very, very, very competitive. So we'll have to see, But either way, I'm just happy chilling out with you guys, and the fact that some of you have said, like, that you look forward to talking with me, that really means a lot, honestly. I think someone earlier in here was saying that, and that just really, that really brings a smile to my face. So, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. What fitting event? I probably can't say anything. I probably can't say anything, so I won't, but, you'll probably know about it soon. I'm sure they'll announce stuff like it. But, yeah. I'm fun to listen to and provide a comfy atmosphere. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm really glad that I can provide a comfy atmosphere. It means a lot. I'm slowly learning how cool I am. I'm not cool. We're happy to hang out with you as well. But we're happy to hang out with you as well, Starlight. I also look forward to your stream. Thank you, Dual Thrones. I really appreciate it. It's it's crazy to think about, right? it's crazy to think that there's people who say that they actually like look forward to my streams, right? It's like, I don't know. Vesa knows that I don't have the best confidence in the world, but I do feel like I gained a little bit of confidence after my rebrand. I do feel like I do feel like that did change a lot. Mainly on a personal level, just sort of like being able to interact with you guys well, in a way that makes me feel really comfortable as myself. I know that seems kind of silly, right? Like your design isn't what makes you you. But for me, it's a very personal thing. It's almost spiritual, I guess. I don't know. That sounds weird. I shouldn't say that out loud. But yeah, I'm happier with how I present myself to you guys than where I was. You think I'm cool, just also a dork? Fair. I get it. It was kind of sad, when you took a break, but understood you need to take care of yourself. Yeah, it was, I think the break was really needed, from, like, multiple perspectives, right? But the reinvention was very important to me, and it was really hard to explain to people that I wasn't going to be gone forever because, oh my gosh, I'm never taking a break that long again. That was insane. I don't know how that happened. Did you know it was originally intended to just be a Christmas break? It was originally intended to be, like, a week or two. Yeah, I'm not very proud of that one, to be honest. But I think that we're in a better spot. I think that overall we are in a much better spot. And maybe it's just my own perception, maybe it's just like the visual differences, but I feel a lot better being myself this way, I guess. Eve, you thought I was cool enough to come back today? I appreciate it so much, thank you. You think I'm cool but also a dork. No, I said you are cool. Stop senpaiing my words. Is that a verb now? Is that a verb? No, but that's kind of the same thing. That's basically the same thing, isn't it? I think that's basically the same thing. Verbing, yeah. Too humble? I don't know. I get embarrassed easily, how about that? But I do think that this is very different. I know that I've seen Vesa describe like my old self and new self as like high school photo versus college photo, which I think is kind of accurate. Visually speaking, like the way that you present your visuals can impact a lot of your emotional state too. And I know that for me, my old form was very much like closed off, like physically visually very closed off, right? Right here, like with my current outfit, I have an open neckline. I'm actually like able to show my hands, and I'm wearing a dress. I did not used to feel comfortable enough to wear a dress. But I can like show a bit more, be a little bit more freeing and open, and my previous outfit was entirely like winter gear, fully closed off. And it was kind of indicative of like my emotional state, you know? It was kind of like this very nervous, very scared, very unsure self, and it came off in my clothing design. Senpaiing is now a verb with many various definitions depending on context. Oh dear. That's good to hear. I only found you recently, but I've enjoyed seeing whenever you're live. Thank you, Nanashi. That means a lot. The internet world doesn't have a large amount of earnestly, authentically wholesome stuff. Even 100% sweet and good being like Altaloon rocks minimalism in certain aspects of design. Yeah, true. And welcome back, Bee Heroine. In my opinion, you've pretty much always been the way you are now. It's why I hunt around. I'm really glad that you've hung around Dual Thrones. It's always nice to see you. Starter, star evolves into second form star. There you go. I guess the question now is am I a 2-stage or 3-stage Pokemon? I do not know. I do not know. But I'm very happy, like, on the visual end of how I look now. I feel like I still want to improve the visuals of other things. It's a lot less important But I overall want to have a brand that is more cohesive, especially because I give people the advice to have more cohesive brand. I would like to eventually have that, but, you know, it's all stuff that comes with time. I'm my own artist, so a lot of this is stuff I'm doing myself. Like, I know that my community deserves new emotes. I know that very, very much. Star is same star internally, just more confident now. So is every Charizard still internally Charmander? Third stage requires a Moonstone. Fair, fair. Never have too many emotes. Yeah, there you go. My current emotes are of my very first form. And while I do still have a fox form, even the fur color is not super accurate. It's a lot more like midnight, darker. My emotes are like 3 years old now. So I do need to make to make new emotes at some point. I do like them. I just think that they need to I think I need a little bit of an upgrade. Also, I think it would be nice to have emotes of Prism because you guys need some emotes in some form too. Ruler, hello, welcome in. You took my great touching moment and made a Charmander joke, wow. Hey, we're all about Pokemon here and you can't deny it. Hello, Ruler. I hope you're having a lovely Wednesday. Middle of the week. Hope things are going well. Punishment, play Outer Wilds now. At some point, I'm going to have to learn how, but at the moment, it's too scary. It's too freaky, and I don't know yet how to fly ship without feeling claustrophobic, and I know that you die a lot, but, like, it's so claustrophobic, and everything turns grayscale, and it's... If I really hated you, it'd be Outer Wilds in VR! Level 1 gamer still? No, I mean, okay. So I know I was saying earlier that I haven't played games on stream before, that I've been, like, mainly art-focused, and I'm super new to playing games on stream, but that doesn't mean that I'm new to playing games. I do play games, just not on stream. So the difference is that I want to learn how to play games while staying interactive with chat. That's a skill set that I need to develop. The personality and the way you present yourself visually have the same energy, in a positive way, that you exuded during purely text communication when discussing a commission before Discord. Oh man, that's such a throwback. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't... It's weird, right? I probably do come off in the same way in text as I do on stream, because I don't really, like... I don't change much of who I am on stream, right? Like, I'm a kitsune no matter how you meet me. Level 7 gamer, I'll take that. I'll take level 7. Hopefully not out of 100. That's fair, I'm the same, trying to stream too, yeah. Yeah, I try to just be myself, really. I don't really, like, no level cap. I mean, hopefully it's, like, better than just... Hopefully if there's no level cap, then 7 isn't terrible. Shanto, hello. Welcome in. Out of 100, I'm level 20. Oof. 20? 20 seems low out of 100. Blank on YouTube says, base fox form does feel more appropriate for emotes than more human form. Mascot appeal and all that. Yeah, there you go. I've been playing Into the Radius 2 in VR. I do not know what true stress is in a game was like before that. That sounds scary. 20 is better than 1, that's true. That's true. Shanto, no hablo para español. I apologize. Level up more then? I'm trying! Yeah, no, you're right about the mascot self. For those of you who don't know, right? Because I was saying before, like, oh yeah, I'm a kitsune. So, kitsune are foxes that can take on a human form, right? So I do have a fox form, and I can't really present it in any decent way here, but I do like to keep it up here just in case I need to explain things. But yeah, there you go. I do have a fox form. So this is basically what my fox form looks like when I don't have a human form out. Yeah, there's your proof. There's your proof. In D&D, level 20 is when you retire the character. Levels 9 to 12 are the sweet spot. Oh, well, I hope I'm not there then. Yeah, so this is sort of like, this is sort of my, my main form, and then the human self is sort of the illusory form. But I know that you guys like the human form, so I try to mainly be in human area. Plus, if I'm drawing anime characters, I feel that people are more comfortable with an anime person drawing anime than a fox drawing anime. Have a good stream. Thank you, Shanto. All the best. Blank says, it's basically Stalker in VR. It really feels like you're in Eastern Europe. Very scary. I don't know anything about it, but I believe you. I believe you. I would like to eventually have a full fox form that I could swap between. Eh? You lost me? Wait, am I still here? Hello? Testing, testing. Did it die? Did it? Is everything okay? It's not showing anything bad on my end. Frozen on IRIAM, really? Was it a glitch just from going to Fox? Testing? Testing, Fox form. Testing, human form. Is it okay here? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Am I still frozen? There's literally nothing on my end indicating anything being frozen. Yeah, YouTube looks fine, but IRIAM also looks fine. That's why I'm confused. Frozen on IRIAM. Why? Okay. It's literally not indicating that to me at all. YouTube's fine, 0 movement on the app. Okay. Yeah, IRIAM, why? I can still read your guys' comments. That's the weird thing, right? Comments keep showing up. I can still read your guys' comments, but if I'm fully frozen, that's not good. But if it's also working on... okay. I'm going to... Yeah. IRIAM tracking break. No, like, you can still see me moving around. Frozen in poggers mode? Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream, and, we're gonna jump right back in, okay? So, I can't really communicate that, so Vessa, please, if you can, please tell everybody to wait just a sec. I'm gonna end the stream, and then, we'll jump back in, okay? I don't really like that. We're probably gonna lose a lot of people, but I think it's the only way to fix things, so if you can, quickly explain things, that would help. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad there's no latency, at least. Alright. Let's try that. We're gonna jump out. We're gonna end here. It's gonna look weird on each end, but that's okay. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? IRIAM, why is IRIAM dying? Alright. Ah! Trying that again. We should still be good. Why is everything loading slowly? Are we good? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Please be careful. I'm trying to be. Are we good? Is everything better? Hello, guys. Hello. Are we good? Are we good? Hopefully? Is fixed? Hi. Hello. I don't know what happened. Thank you very much, guys, for joining back in. I appreciate it a lot. I know there's usually a huge drop-off with stream stuff, so thank you. Oh my gosh. Why are you shaking soda cans, huh? Yeah, that's so weird. Because I didn't do anything, like, outside of... okay, real quick. Was it when I changed back? Was it when I changed back from Fox to Demi-Human? It broke on the app, but worked on YouTube, but YouTube is just mirroring the app. That's what I was... Excuse me. That's what I was saying, right? Is, it looked completely fine on my end. It looked completely fine on my end. Also, Eve, thank you for the party poppers. Like, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, right? Nothing was, like, changed on my end, because usually if something is wrong and I use if I lose stream connection, IRIAM will usually tell me that I lose stream connection. And it didn't, and it was behaving perfectly fine, and I could still see your chat, so I literally had no clue that things had frozen. It was weird, it was shortly after turning back. That is strange. I don't know why. It's a native feature of the app, so that is a little bit odd. Before you end stream, turn into Fox and back again as a test? Okay, I'll do that. Hemha Vine Fox. Hemha, I hope you're doing well. Ellie, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I see you're new to IRIAM, so hello. Welcome to IRIAM, I hope you're enjoying your time so far. If you have any questions about IRIAM, I will do my best to answer. How are we holding up? Vine Fox, we just died for a bit. But we should be okay now. Hopefully. Okay, too much magic involved. Too much magic to do transformation spells. Now to remain glued hard to stream so I can see Foxy Starlight Fox. I'll give a warning at the end, how about that? Because I'm gonna have to give a warning anyway. I'm gonna try this again, and if it dies, then you'll know. The other sites? What do you mean the other sites? No, like, we fell apart earlier. Things froze, apparently. So now we're back, now everything's fine. But I tried to do transformation magic, and then everything fell apart. So transformation magic is a little bit dangerous still. Which is funny, right? Because I was kind of about to say, before everything crashed and died, I thought that it would be nice at some point in the future to eventually be able to have a seamless transition to Fox form. Meaning, like, you know, eventually having, like, a non-3D version of it, but I don't know when that would happen. My power is too great for IRIAM. I might need to nerf down my powers, just like characters in Bleach do when they're in the world of the living. Yeah, everything's a lot weaker here than in Illusionari, I will say that. SSND, hello, welcome in, welcome in. And thank you back for, welcome back, Lillian, thank you back for joining. Hello. Hope you're enjoying IRIAM so far, SSND. Oh my gosh. SSND. Oh. Speaking of IRIAM questions, any updates on it coming to Europe? I haven't heard anything, honestly, so I'm not really sure. I've been in human form far too long. It's comfortable. I like it. Just stick with cute humanoid girl for IRIAM's sake. I guess so, right? I would think that it would be nice at some point in the future to bring back a furry side of myself, but I'm not really sure what would work. Because I used to have that in 3D, right? I think it did turn off a lot of people. And I do know that there are some furry VTubers who are told that their audience doesn't really like their furry form. Even the larger ones, right? Even Papa Mutt gets that. And Papa Mutt's one of the largest indie furry VTubers there is. But then you got someone like Buff Pup, and everyone loves Buff Pup. And it's like... But that's like, usually what people would have an issue with, so I don't know, it's very hard to tell. To be honest, I wanted to drink coffee so I could get through the day working on creative stuff. It's midday already, and we'll definitely not get any sleep if I drink coffee during that time. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I'm sorry, Blank, I don't know anything about the Europe side yet. That seems strange, I figured they'd like what they made. Yeah, I mean, I think most of the audience for those people is very positive, but I do know that they get, some flack for it. I know Papa Mutt was writing something earlier about how, about how some people say, like, oh, I wish I could, you know, collab with you more, but I'm not comfortable with the furry aspect. It's so weird. The furry meta sounds like a hair-raising experience, yeah. Buff Pup has tomboy energy buff. That's fair, that's fair. I do know there's one furry VTuber who I think is based on, Arcanine, and she actually has the opposite problem. She wanted to take on a demi-human form, and then other people said, no, I like your Arcanine form better. I don't want you to take on the demi-human form. I don't want you to have a new version of your model. So it's strange. It's weird, right? Like, it's hard to tell what people are okay with. Like, people are okay with demi-humans, right? With people with fox ears and tails. And then furry is like a total, throw-off to them. It's weird for the furry aspect to be an obstacle. It is, yeah. I don't know. I missed a pun? Eh? I missed... Oh. That's clever. That's clever. That's clever, Vessa. Blank says, and then there's Rayless, where we don't speak about the human form, as I like to call it, the entity. Yeah, okay, Rayless is another example of that. It was Lillian, not me. Eh? I mean, bye-bye. Okay, hair, I get it. Hair, okay. Very clever. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out, reset stream, reset brain 2. Hey! Not gonna lie, if I had been asked, I would have preferred the fox to the demi-human, but I was not asked. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dual Thrones. It's something I felt like I really needed to do as somebody who does draw a lot more anime characters now, because, I feel like the furry form was becoming a turnoff for people. I think that a lot of people do prefer demi-human, and as somebody who sort of needed to tap into that demi-human market for commissions, I think it's something I had to do, but also, you know, it's sort of like, it's an evolution of artistic style and things, and I kind of wanted to be able to be part of the in-crowd a little bit, right? But that's why I'm thinking that in the future I might want to have a furry form again that I could sort of flip around and switch on and off with, like if I'm doing a furry commission, right? But I don't like having them in separate programs with like 2D and 3D, so I'd want them to be the same. Being a safe work furry artist has some limitations, sadly. It very much does. Yeah, that's really, really accurate, right? That's really accurate. I like the fox personality, but the demi-human conveys a lot of the same energy. I only know the demi-human form, but a person-like form feels, for engaging. You know, okay, that's the thing, right? I feel like I can be a lot more emotive and expressive in this form, because I did have it in, like, the PNG side, right? And the PNG side was really, really limiting. So I feel like I can really engage with you guys, and then even with the 3D Anthroform, I did feel a little bit limited there. I felt like there was a lot of glitches and breaks as well. So I don't know. I feel like I can be more emotive and expressive in this form, and I think that means a lot to me in terms of creating that sort of fantasy escape that I always strive for, right? I've talked to you guys a lot about that. I really love the fantasy immersion and being able to, like, take you guys into the atelier and just calm down with, like, a nice cafe style, and I feel like it's a lot harder to do that in the previous ways that I've had, so part of this was, like, a big, storytelling evolution journey for me, I think. Also, hello, Rat! Welcome in, welcome in! I don't have professional artist brain, so I don't think I ever fully understand the evolution aspect. Evolution aspect in terms of the subject matter that I was working on is very much different, right? If I am mainly taking on clients who want anime-style art, then being an anime-style person makes me seem more legitimate in their eyes, if that makes any sense. What do I think about the other furry direction, like they do with Maid and Abyss Nanachi? I think Nanachi has a really great direction. I actually really like that style. It's a lot less common, but I think it's a really nice style. We also go all of space. There is tons of room for the cafe. Well, you guys aren't really in the celestial realms. You're sort of more on the mortal plane, even though you kind of are celestials. I don't know. It's a whole mess. In a way, the model is a form of advertising as well as branding. Yes, thank you, Lillian. That's a very good way to describe it. I wasn't able to put that into words right now, so thank you. Yeah, my model, my form that I present here is my branding. So, so I need to, words. So I need to appear like what I'm working on. So, for instance, you know, when I'm saying that, oh, I would like to be able to take on a furry form again, I would love to be able to switch off if I'm doing a furry art commission, right? And then, you know, I want my audience to be catered to people who can accept both, right? I don't really want audience who's like, oh, you know, I love this side of you, but I hate this side. I can't stand it. I never want to see it. It's like, that's not really what I want to convey or portray. I want to actually be able to change people's minds. Like, I'm a fully safe for work artist, and I do both, and it's all fun and clean and wholesome. At least that's what I try to portray, right? I often, like, when people get nervous if I mention furry art, I very, very quickly try to say things like, Beatrix Potter style, right? Beatrix Potter. Very much like children's book. Very much like just fun, action-packed, think of like, you know, I can't use the example of Soldier Robo because no one knows what Soldier Robo is, but like, yeah, Ghibli, Disney, Sonic, I guess? I also don't have a professional advertiser brain. I don't understand how it's all meant to work. Basically, Jewel Thrones, if we didn't know each other, and you came in watching a furry, and they were drawing an anime character, would you think that they were experienced in drawing anime characters, or would you think that they were just sort of trying to do it for a quick buck, right? Because I see this very, very simply, the opposite way around, right? I'll see someone with an anime model or anime persona, and the majority of their portfolio is anime, and they're drawing a furry character. And it's like, there are people who are very, very legitimate about it, but a lot of times, they're just trying to make extra money, and they actually really don't like the furry community. And they're really, really open about it, about not liking the furry community. I've encountered so many artists who are, like, anime person with an anime portfolio drawing a furry, and they will straight up openly say, during the live stream, yeah, I actually really hate this, but, you know, I gotta make ends meet. And it's like, I don't like that. I don't like this idea of, like, being super open about, I really hate what I'm drawing, but I need the money. That might just be me. But that's kind of, yeah, it's about the presentation of it, right? It's also about respecting your audience at that rate. I know what it is. Look them in the eye, too bad, yeah. There's a reason I don't see myself becoming a professional artist anytime soon. I'm very keen on being 100% uncompromising in my work and presentation. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. That's another reason I don't see myself going pro, yeah. I have had a non-zero amount of experiences of walking in on people openly disparaging the work that they're doing, or the client, or the client's concept. It bothers me so much. Also, wait. Anu Okur, hello, welcome in. That also makes it less professional, complaining about it. Yeah, it's like, why are people still commissioning you if you're gonna be disparaging your client that much? That's terrible. Why not just get a 9 to 5? You just merely going to do creative pursuits? Thinking about money, might as well. Unfortunately, Talon, some people can make more than a 9 to 5 if they draw what they don't want to be drawing. But it's more so the attitude. It's more so the, like, blatant open disrespect, right? I see that. It's kind of disheartening. But, yeah, you get that they need the money, but it's also, like, you gotta be respectful, especially if you're gonna live stream this, right? It's always disheartening and it feels like you're making the artist miserable with your commission. Yeah, exactly, right? Regardless of personal opinion, you definitely shouldn't crap talk the client publicly. That's just stupid. I know, right? I know. This is kind of like how we end up with these Twitter callouts, right? That's how we end up with like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this artist just said this. But it's not unheard of. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen examples of this on Twitter too, where people are just like, showing examples of artists with just, yeah, exactly, blank, bad etiquette, just straight up bad etiquette. And it's like, it's crazy, right? I don't think I've ever worked with a client where I've actively hated what they give me to work on. I don't think I've ever had that. I've had ones where there's a challenge. I've had times where it's things I'm not familiar with. But I don't think I've ever openly hated the client's concepts. But going back to sort of like the furry and human thing, right? That is kind of why I want to be able to have both forms, is because I think that if you are a furry commissioning somebody for furry art, you would be more comfortable if they also had like a furry presentation to them. It feels less fake. And then, you know, going the opposite way. You wouldn't feel as comfortable with a furry drawing your humanoid commission. You would want a humanoid drawing the humanoid commission. So it's a presentation thing in the sense of making everybody feel more comfortable and sort of matching their expectation to working with you, right? So as somebody who's both, it's actually very rare. It's very uncommon. I see a lot of people who end up getting like different model forms, and to them it's more of a joke. I've seen again, a non-zero sum of VTubers who get furry model versions of themselves, and it's mainly a joke to them. It's mainly just a goofy challenge or a dare or a stream, a subathon goal, right? And some of them, it ends up growing on them, and then they explore the furry fandom further, and then they actually see that, you know, it's actually very, very, very similar to VTubing, and they actually end up really liking it. And to others, it's just a joke, and then they move on. So it's like, I want to make people feel comfortable, you know? I'm new, so I'm asking this. Do I stream my commissions? I do and I don't. In my commissions, I actually have a forum, and it'll say in the forum, am I allowed to stream this? And some people say no, and if they say yes, generally I have to be careful about, what stage that I work in, right? You guys know, for example, that I'm not yet comfortable streaming, I'm not yet comfortable streaming line art. I can't stream the line art process. I get very nervous about not showing enough active work. So if I stream a commission, it's generally either during the sketch phase or during a flat coloring phase. Anything with like final rendered details or line art, I find very hard to get used to doing on stream, but I would like to get better at that. If I'm doing non-commission work, I can sometimes get away with it. Would I swap forms depending on the type of commission? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So if someone commissioned me for furry art, I don't really want to go setting up the 3D stuff again because it's really confusing. But I would want to, at some point in the future, have a furry version again that is live 2D. Because again, I could be my own artist for that. And then if I have a demi-human commission, then I can just be myself, as I am now. At the moment, I am doing everything as demi-human because it's sort of a newer form, and it's easier to advertise myself as, if I'm being completely honest. It's more familiar to other VTubers, it's less of a turnoff. But if I was doing things like a furry-specific commission, I would love to be able to swap to a furry model at some point in the future. Because I am my own artist and my own rigger, it is something where I'm also showing off the skill set, just presenting myself this way, right? So, when I had my 3D form, for instance, a lot of people would ask if I could make them a 3D form, and truthfully, I can't. I can sculpt, but I can't rig. I had to outsource that. I had to outsource rigging, retopo, I did my own texturing, and weight painting. So like half of it, I have no idea how it works. I can't do it myself. But Live 2D, I'm fully self-incarnated. I know the entire pipeline. Demi-Human is such a cool art presentation. The ability to do fantasy well is so cool. Thank you, Nanashi. Yeah, I feel like it's a really great balance, honestly. Perfect Grape Soda, welcome in, welcome in. Let me catch up on chat here, because I know I missed a few messages. If the presentation of good art is one thing, I assume that it's within their ability to do the other things as well. Yeah, that's true. It wouldn't really affect my thinking. My habits of mine were formed by judging an artist's capabilities by the art they present. And they could be very, very talented, that's true. It's always good for the artist to be into the same thing you're commissioning. Yeah. To be honest, I wasn't really into furry, but ever since I became a VTuber, met you and Thorn, and played him through VR chat, became more open and passionate in it. There you go, yeah. Thorn's not even furry, he's just straight up dragon. But I know he gets that a lot too. Give me a live 2D for free, thank you. Hey, I was at least able to, like, send you, pre-made reference. I think that's still pretty good. Perfect Grape Soda, I hope you're doing well today. But yeah, I would love to be able to, do that in the future. I'm actually, you know, I'm kind of still thinking about the art style that works best for if I wanted to do that in the future, because I think that there are different mindsets to different furry art styles. You're feathery? Yeah, true. Wait, is that... No, you're not feathery, you're an avian. You're an avian. I'm just being silly, don't worry. I'd feel mega guilty getting a free model. Doing good, and you? I'm doing alright. I'm having fun chit-chatting with you guys today. It's a very chill day. It's also, since we have more people in here, it's a total Ask Me Anything day, so if there's any questions that you guys have for me, I'm happy to answer them. I'm an old human, 41, grew up and formed my thinking before the V things and moving picture people kids these days are into. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, it's definitely a different world, that's for sure. That's for sure. It's interesting, right? I think a lot of the furries aren't really into the VTubing side of things. A lot more of them are into the VR chat side. Yeah, those gosh darn V things. But hey, that's fine. The other day I was complaining about how I miss CDs and cereal boxes, and then got called an old lady. Forgot to tell you in the voice chat, I have the same birth month as Kiara from Hololive and Melody from VShojo. Nice. And then you could do, like, zodiac charts or something. Embrace the hag? Nah, I don't have the vibes for that. That goes to, like, Monarch or Giga. They follow that a lot closer. In terms of, like, being able to pull that off successfully. I also miss CDs and cereal boxes, right? I miss VHS tapes. Very, very, yeah, honestly, very relatable. They don't even put prizes in the boxes anymore. I know! You're lucky if you get, like, a piece of paper with a code on it or something. I have more Big Sister vibes. I'll take that. Hag maxing, are we talking about Hosho Marine from Hololive? No, I was actually talking about Monarch! I miss cassettes and VHS tapes. Yeah, I know, I do too. I miss, man. I miss physical media just not being insane collector's items. You need to mail this many box tops, then maybe you got a prize. Do they still do box tops? Are box tops still a thing? Don't miss VHS as a format, but I miss how tactile it was, yeah. You know what I miss? Is free stuff in your VHS box, or, like, even DVD, right? Free little flyers or little posters or things, like, I know that we get those stupid codes in cereal boxes, but I liked it when it was in DVDs. I can't do digital, I have a fond love for old style art. Yeah, for sure. You know, it's funny, I got an art magazine, for Christmas, and the entire thing was traditional art. The entire thing was, like, Copic marker manga art. It was beautiful. And I do kind of miss that sometimes. I miss the the watercolor and the colored pencil stuff. Don't know if you know Mujin on YouTube, but he just uploaded a new video about oh, Crony's Bitcoin thing. Yeah, that was funny. I'm really glad that they were able to turn that into content. Some are, but not too many. Yeah, I miss, like, man, you remember when you get, like, a promo Pokemon card in a Pokemon VHS? I seem like the type of fox that would binge watch old 90s, early 2000s media on YouTube, and yes, that's a thing. I mean, in Senpai's Discord, we've literally shared links on watching old 90s commercials. I love video game manuals from ages ago. So much art and creativity was invested into those. I know, right? I miss those too. Once saw a comic book with a mail-in coupon for Live Piranha! You just don't see that kind of silliness now. What was that, Mad Magazine or something? I forget why, but I looked up tape players recently and discovered there's some companies selling new, hip cassette tape players for like $250. Even new versions of old hardware is expensive collectibles now. Oof. There's a weird, like, vintage, quote-unquote, nostalgia with the newer generation, and it's so weird because now the stuff that we grew up with is, like, unobtainable, because now it's, like, quirky aesthetic to have the quote-unquote vintage stuff. I don't like what I feel like that person in that meme where it's like, you were feeling great, youthful, happy with life, and then you saw Pokemon cards on Antique Roadshow. Ugh. I love seeing manga, even though I appreciate the digimanga that allows for ease of reading. Yeah. Shared a link of live interview of Shigeru Miyamoto, essentially like a video game documentary on TV, on G4 TV back in the day. Love Shigeru Miyamoto. I miss Blockbuster. Yeah, I miss Blockbuster. Blockbuster was expensive. We actually, I did not visit Blockbuster as much as like a local place that was sort of like local version equivalent of Blockbuster. But basically the same vibes. I miss when gaming ads had live action game actors. Yeah. I miss like that old grainy darker art style like video game ads, but there was like a lighting difference, if you know what I'm saying. Like, okay, ads nowadays are way too neon Crayola color, and I like when things were more muted and kind of had this like not dark and spooky, but like dark and subdued aesthetic. I saw Hollywood movies, but we never went there? Huh? I feel like the average age of this chat is higher than I thought. Maybe. I don't know. I think we've still got all kinds of people. I think that if I just start talking about things that people remember, then everyone sort of starts sharing their experiences. And then the people who are younger, they don't really speak up. But then it can be the opposite for something else, right? It can be the opposite. If I start talking about something really, really modern, then there's a lot of people who are like, Starlight, I have no clue what you're talking about. Like, we've had a lot of experiences with that too, right? You'll never know Kitsune's age. We know too many things. We know the old things and the new things. We always keep you guessing. Ads are too oversaturated. Color grading upsets me on a visceral level, right? What is color grading nowadays, honestly? Everything looks like Cocomelon. Jacob, hello, welcome in. The demo discs don't even have those anymore? What? Assassin's Creed, I don't know what that is. No worries, Eve, no worries. I think we're all in good company, right? What's a Cocomelon? Don't worry about it. Don't worry, you don't need to know. In fact, it would be better if we didn't. Hang on, blank. Blank, what? Oh, I can't catch up. I'm not paying attention to blank. I'm sorry. I'm often bewildered. Self-described hagtubers reveal their age and they're like early 30s. Not to gatekeep, but hag, really? It's like a meme now, I think. It's like a meme now. At the same time, Hollywood movies are scared of saturation like it's the plague. They're okay, right? That's the weird thing. Hollywood movies can't saturate their colors. And kids stuff is so oversaturated that it's like seizure inducing. We don't have a good balance anymore. I miss the old Pokemon anime that had like the watercolor style, you know? Like that just felt really cozy. I'll forever adore Juniper's self-made cat model for April Fools. The creature was amazing. If it's self-made, I'll give you a pass. When told not to worry about it, my worry about it increases. Guys, how would we describe Cocomelon? You ever buy a game that had demos for future installment, the demo CDs? Ah, yeah. Okay, I get you now. I like the idea of older VTubers in the sense of having tons of life experience. I know a lot of VTubers are relatively young. Yeah, I think that's why I like watching Giga, honestly. Giga is, really good at speaking to people. Like, she's very, very good at just chatting. I've been watching, some clips of her recently to get better at just chatting. She's really talented at it. Like, she's very, very good at controlling the room. It's really inspiring. Terrible. I prefer older kid shows. Yeah. That's oh my gosh. Cocomelon is like it's a preschool show, but the colors are like if my ears were at 100% rainbow saturation. Am I wrong? Like, take Lisa Frank and the Crayola coloring box and quadruple the saturation level and always have something going on and make sure you're not on the same frame for more than 1.5 seconds. Just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right. That was the other thing, right? I watched a video on someone explaining, like, the Lisa Frank ADHD, there you go. I saw someone explaining the video styles between, like, older kids' cartoons and stuff like Cocomelon, right? And they swap the scenes so fast, so frequently. Like, older kids shows could have cuts every, like, 6 or 10 seconds. Cocomelon's cuts are every 1.5 seconds. It's insane. Might have to look her up. Cocomelon is concentrated to keeping children obsessed. I watched a video of it and was terrified how they make kids addicted. Yeah, exactly. It was more from the point of view of, like, a film designer. The reason why tablet kids have no attention spans. Yeah, exactly. It's scary, right? They don't have attention spans, and they don't know how to, like, they don't know how to look up anything themselves. I think I've talked about this on a previous stream. They don't know self-discovery. Everything is sort of fed to them. Everything is like, you know, what does the algorithm give me? They're not searching for their own things, and that's what's scary to me. Anyway, hello, welcome in. I'm sorry if I butchered your pronunciation, I tried. No time to build focus or tension, yeah. Kids don't know how to be bored anymore. That's the thing. And I understand that they're people with ADHD. That's completely understandable. That is fine. But kids that are not born with ADHD are acting like they have ADHD because they don't know how to be bored. They weren't trained on being bored. Anyone used to watch the YouTube videos about Play-Doh eggs that had toys inside them? I want to make a kids cartoon based on Clockwork Orange just to see if I can get away with it. Lillian, oh my gosh! Of all things! Love to watch content where it's just a person talking to the camera about things that I'm passionate about with minimal editing. I can't relate to brain rot content that's overstimulating, even as a young Tengu. You know, it's really interesting, right? Because, it's funny that you say that, Talon, like the Talking Head videos. I was recently watching a video, yesterday actually, from, Gale Level. And for those of you who don't know, Gale Level is a YouTuber who talks about how to grow on Twitch, or interesting design things, graphic design, tricks on Twitch, right? So Gale Level was doing a stream where he was, or not a stream, sorry, just a regular video. And he was saying things like hey guys, I know that my viewer drop-off is really, really high. I know a lot of you guys don't sit through and sit through much of the video, but this is really important advice. So I'm gonna have a game playing on the side while I talk to you guys. And hopefully you guys will stay interested enough to stick around for the video while I try to teach you how to grow on Twitch. And he quite literally, I kid you not, quite literally, had like some racing game going on the side corner. And, or no, half the video, right? So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll play your game here. So I'm like watching this stupid racing video while listening to him. And I realize, as I'm watching the racing video, I'm paying less and less attention to his words. It just sort of starts becoming like, you know, soft babble background noise. And I'm like, this isn't good. I'm not paying attention to the actual advice he's giving. So I genuinely covered half the screen up just so I could watch him, just so I could watch the talking head sound. And it was terrible. And he was like, a lot of you guys don't pay attention, so I'm gonna throw this on screen. And I'm like, I can't pay attention with it on screen. I can't focus on what words you're saying. I can't focus on the advice. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, we're so cooked. we're so gone. This is not good. Tados, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I hope everything's going well with you. What do I mean, how to be bored? Kids are constantly entertained every 5 seconds. The entertainment is at their fingertips. They don't know how to, like, slow down with things. I saw them, talk from a video and art angle, algorithmically designed to keep children watching. It had been seen that kids are getting addicted to being conditioned, with the overstimulation. I think we saw the same video, Nanashi. It couldn't possibly harm people mentally more than Caillou did. That's fair. I fear a future in which everything breaks and nobody remembers how to fix it. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, people don't know how to work technology nowadays. It's really scary. Because everything's on phones and tablets and everything, nobody knows how to file manage. Can't you minimize the video and listen while working, or do you have to have the video up to focus? So it was like, no, I mean, I could have just listened to it like a podcast. That would have been fine. But I was just sort of relaxing and not at my main PC. And I was just, like, trying to take a break from working. And then it was like, okay, this is terrible. If I want to hear what someone's saying, to really hear it, I turn off all other sources of noise. Yeah, exactly. If it's, like, really, if it's advice, right? If it's, like, advice on how to grow on Twitch, I don't want a game of car racing playing on the side. It was like those Subway Surfer videos. It was, why? It was terrible. Never mind the children, nobody knows how to be bored anymore. Very true, Blank. It's kind of scaring me. Like, I think I can see all of us getting slightly sucked into that. I'm reminded of Markiplier jingling keys and repeatedly name-dropping the back rooms while talking about the SCP copyright situation. Oh my gosh, the jingling keys. It's gotten so bad I've seen people make VTuber assets of the jingling keys. Back in the heyday of YouTube, I love watching talking head videos, yeah. My ears look cool? Thank you, Tados, I appreciate that. When talking near you, you're the only source of sound I have on right now. Yeah, there you go. For the video game walkthroughs, where they actually record the TV screen of the game, and it would get a lot of views back then, yeah. Jingling keys, yeah, so Blank on YouTube was saying that, Markiplier had this moment, he's trying to talk about something serious, right? And he can't get anyone to pay attention, so he's jingling car keys like you would in front of a baby to get them to pay attention. And I've seen people make VTuber assets of, like, a hand with jingling keys. So if it's like, they're trying to get their audience to pay attention, they're like jingling the keys. It's terrible. I feel bad nowadays. Kids don't even seem to have places to hang out, as places to hang out have been dying out. Yeah, the third place situation, right? I'm watching on my phone, my Discord is going on my PC if people try to get a hold of me. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Eve. Porcelain Maid did that for a bit. That sounds like a Porcelain Maid thing to do. Shiny clanky metal. Vessa, you are shiny clanky metal. But yeah, it's just, it's absolutely insane. Woot. I mean, am I wrong? Isn't that, like, actually? I wasn't trying to be rude, I was trying to be literal. To follow up what was being said earlier, I saw a joke about how the most recent generation is all tech-savvy, then it cuts to representation of that generation asking what a C drive is. That's what I'm saying! That's exactly what I'm saying, Dual Thrones, is like, they think they're really tech-savvy because, like, oh, I know how to get popular on TikTok. And then it's like, okay, do you know how to download a file? Do you know how to do file recovery? Do you even know what a file is? It's like, okay, I know that I'm not tech savvy in the sense that I don't work in IT and I don't, like, go really, really in depth with computers, but I know people who are a lot less tech savvy, quote unquote, in the traditional sense, that knows more than what these kids are doing, right? They don't even know why the save icon is the way it is, exactly. Oh my gosh, the save icon killing me. Make an asset of shaking a tiny Vesa to get attention. Oh my gosh, I wish that assets could have sound effects. Imagine, it's like, it's just a tiny Vesa, but it's like, but it sounds like a little jingle bell. Imagine Twitch redeem where the audience has to activate to have the rest of them paying attention to the stream. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, the save icon thing kills me. The save icon thing kills me because I've been hearing people say that for too long. I was just gonna say to make a Twitch redeem of it. Tiny Vesa just says shrimp when squeezed. Thank you, Tatos. I appreciate that. Or how even keyboards are based off of typewriters. Yeah. Okay, Nanashi, you're gonna hate this, but not only do kids not know what typewriters are, they don't know what keyboards are. Like, yeah, the ones who play, like, you know, the only tech-savvy kids are the ones who play PC games, ironically. Because, like, if you don't play a PC game, you don't need a PC. At least that's kind of how it is for these people. So, it's like... there were a lot of kids. Who did this video? Was it... I think it was Pirate Software. I want to say it was Pirate Software. He had a short, and he was talking about how he did, like, some game jam thing, right? And he wanted to do a demo of the game. And he had the option, you could either play on controller or mouse and keyboard. And the kids who were trying the game didn't know what the mouse and keyboard was. Blah! That's crazy to me. That's so crazy. PC lets them at least learn files and modding. Exactly. That's the, you know what? That's the situation. The newer generation has to be forced to play games. We need to force the generation to play PC games. The next digital medium will be holographic and doesn't know physical electronics anymore. Yeah. I used to type school documents on a typewriter. Oof. These days you can MS-DOS like a pro. You are a tech god because any random internet group you will be the only one. Yeah. Or even just using the regedit, right? I might be able to sell my skills as a touch typist in another 10 years. You might. The stream turned into complaining about them yunnins. Yeah, I don't know how we got here, but we did. The bad part is not only do kids not know tech stuff, they don't even know how to look it up. I'm not super tech genius, I know how to research what I need. That's what I was saying earlier, Vesa. They don't know how to look things up. They don't know how to Google. Well, frankly, Google doesn't know how to Google. I didn't even think about how touchscreens have taken over. Yeah, exactly. I was scrolling, Vesa. Yeah, no, they don't know what a mouse and keyboard is. No, I'm very serious. I'll find the Pirate Software short. It's scary. There's a video on how to make a super minimalist desk setup where the screen's actually holographic. Oof. Even Google had the AI response. It's wrong half the time. Exactly, yeah. The Google doesn't even know how to Google. I remembered that short. Devastating. They tried to touch the screen. Many didn't know how to use the controller either. At least they do know a little bit of the controller because of, like, console systems, but yeah. Assembly scares me. Braving machine code is like venturing into their domain. Yeah. It's insane. I don't know how we got onto the discussion of, like, getting angry at future generations, but yeah. I have a lot of feelings about the fact that you don't know how to search on things yourself. The algorithm can't decide everything for you. Bah! Oh my gosh. Anyway. We're not angry, we're sad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Hydration check. Thank you. Thank you, Perfect Grape Soda. My kids will play games and no controllers. There you go. I go on a long rant about it, but this is a happy place. I try to be genuinely positive, but I do get scared by these situations. Found the short in the Markiplier key one and posted them in the Discord. Thank you, Blank. So much power that can't be utilized. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Alright. I literally built my brother a PC to get him off the tablet and the consoles. Ugh, you are a good sibling, Eve. Oh, yeah. Well, okay, anyway. Do you guys have any questions for me? As we sort of wind down here. Do you guys have any questions? Because I did open this up as an AMA, and I didn't, like, really advertise it during the stream much as an AMA. Any other complaints about children? I'm gonna try holding my tongue. Crazy thing is corporations are trying to be, like, homemade content indie creators, and the indie creators are trying to be like corporations with a high production value. Yeah, everything's flip-floppy. Where do I get the crystals on my necklace from? Oh, that's a good one. Well, the crystals are basically symbolic, and, you know, so, I usually introduce myself as a prismatic kitsune, right? So I have a lot of themes with crystals and prisms, and I have a very long-winded lore that I will someday tell about where some of my accessories and outfit decorations come from. That indeed would take too long to tell. But every part of my outfit has been very, very carefully considered, and every piece of my outfit does have some meaning in some way. For now, I can say that they are symbolic, and they were gifted. I got them from Kirby. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I stole the crystal shards. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Yes, that is a story for another day. I do hope to tell that story at some point. It's gonna be long, hard to tell. Yes, Vessa, thank you for raising your hand. Whooper. Yes. Very Whooper, indeed. Good question, very insightful. Indeed, also Murkrow. That's just a theory, a VTuber theory. Yeah, exactly. Alright. I think that we are probably going to wrap it up there. There we go. We ended on a very insightful note. Whooper and Murkrow. Everything comes back to Pokemon. Alrighty. Alright, Talon, if you have a question, save it for Friday! Oh, actually, you know what? I take it back. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a Friday stream. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a Friday stream, because... Yeah, collab Friday. So, I don't think I'm gonna be on IRIAM, because I think I would end up getting too tired to then do the collab, and I don't have as much stamina as other streamers, if I'm being perfectly honest. I don't have as much stamina. So... I am going to be doing a collab with Ayana, who is also a founding streamer on IRIAM, if you know her. Very, very sweet person. And that is going to be on Ayana's YouTube channel on this Friday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard PM, 6 o'clock PM Pacific. So we are going to be doing a bit of an art collab, and I think it'll be really fun. I know it's definitely later than what I usually stream, but if you can tune in, we would be happy to have you. I'm sure Ayana would be happy to have you. So I probably won't be doing a Friday IRIAM stream, but I will be doing the collab, and then I probably will be doing the, I will probably also be streaming on Saturday. My regular time is earlier, so if you can't make the collab, no worries at all. If I'm not exhausted by the collab, hopefully not, then we will be continuing Hamtaro! And I'm very excited to share more of Hamtaro with you guys. Yeah, I love Hamtaro so much. I'm gonna be sad we have to switch to another game because I really, really love playing Hamtaro with you guys. Alright, but anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and joining in. If you have not yet followed, consider following here on IRIAM, and you'll get notified next time I go live. If you have not yet joined the Discord or subscribed on YouTube, I do recommend subscribing on YouTube if you're interested in the art side of things. And if you are on YouTube in the About Me section, then there is a link to the Discord. So I wish you all the best, wherever you may be in the world or the worlds beyond. Thank you so much, Stargazers. All the best. And dual